Welcome everyone to this week's Tarot Tuesday readings. I've chosen 3 cards for you to choose from this week to lead you into your readings. For reading number 1 we have Was Spirit, Sometimes Life Stings. And the rune that goes with this reading is the rune Kano, which is the rune of openings. And then for reading number 2 we have Chameleon Spirit, Act As If. And the rune that goes with this reading is actually the blank rune, which is Odin, the unknowable. And then for reading number 3, we have Koi Fish Spirit, There Is Always Enough. And the rune that goes with this reading is Rado, which is the rune of journey. So take a moment to just call all your energy back into yourself and just feel your heart beating in your chest, and take that nice deep breath to release anything that you're holding on to that you don't need anymore. And just see which card or cards or runes draw you in. And I look forward to seeing you in the readings. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me for these readings. I really enjoy just channeling the messages that come through for you. And I hope that you get something out of them. Much love to you. Welcome reading number 1. I'm so happy you're here to join me for this reading. And I chose the card Was Spirit, Sometimes Life Stings. And the rune that came with this one is the rune Kano, which is the rune of openings. And I got a real sense with the Sometimes Life Stings. It's like perhaps right now in your life things have been a little bit challenging. Sometimes life stings. Sometimes there's sort of pain and difficulty and challenge in front of you, and it's hard to see out of that. And the way that the rune links in so nicely with this card is it's actually the rune Kano, the opening, is telling you that there's purpose to the pain. You know that right now you may be feeling like you just can't understand where anything's going or how you're going to get out of what's going on or how you're going to move forwards, and just know that with the rune Kano, this is renewed clarity. This is a sign that the opening is coming. The door is going to open in front of you. So if you feel like all the doors are shut, it's about to come forward and open for you when you really ground in. And I just hear be grateful that the challenge has come, like this change, this challenge, whatever is going on in your life is here to help you take on a new project, a new way of being. It's like, it just feels like its purpose is to shift you in a way that feels better, that is better for you, even though it doesn't feel like it is right now. Let's see what the other cards have to say for you. Feel drawn to this deck today. Let's have a look. We have Tree of Life. Is there another card in this deck? I felt like there was another one I could feel. And we have the Rainmaker. Interesting. Very, I just got the sense of sort of elemental, nature, elemental. The Tree of Life, I can't help but notice the roots. So if you're feeling rocked and like your world is rocked and like everything's kind of falling apart, the strength is in your roots, your foundation, in your grounded being. And if you're feeling like you're just kind of adrift, you have this opportunity to really rein in. I don't know why that came through like that. Tune into your roots. You have a solid foundation. That's what I hear. That's what I sense. Is like you have the strength of your foundation. You are a strong person, even though right now you may be feeling a little weakened by the events and what's gone on. You're strong. So lay into your roots. And I see the intertwined here. So as much as you feel like you're adrift and everything is coming apart, It's actually all pulling together into this new growth, all the butterflies, a new transformation. It's like just really lean into who you really are and your roots and your foundation from there. Rainmaker. This, I feel like I see her dancing in the rain. You know how we get that sense of, oh, it's raining, oh no. So it's again linked to this sense of the challenge, the whatever is going in your life that feels like it's stinging you. You have opportunity to dance in it and rise above it. I see the wings here, you know, fly above it. Let's see what else we get. Apparently the furnace wants to be super loud today. I should have turned down the thermostat so we didn't have that go off. Hopefully you can still hear me. Harness mystic power. More wings. It's interesting. I'd still like, I see that as like looking forward beyond what's going on. And the harness mystic power, I feel like you are the mystic magical person, and it's like a lot of your power is in your roots and your strength and your foundation. So stop playing victim of the sting that's happened. Let's see if we can move these along a little bit so I can fit another card on here, since there seems to be one wanting to come through. This is all on nicely, yeah. Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. So sometimes it can be that the life that we're living is influenced by previous traumas that have happened to us and our ancestors, and I feel like part of this life stings, the challenge that you're going through right now is your opportunity to let this go, and the energies of the world of you know, where we are in eclipse season, astrology, and I don't know a lot about this, I haven't researched a lot about this, but I get a sense that this is a sort of pattern breaking point in this year in this astrology. You know, with this being in this eclipse season between things, it's like the final shedding of something. So I feel like you're at the final shedding of this ancestral pattern that's been sitting with you, that you know, that's been repeating through the generations. I feel like you are the rainmaker. You are the new energy. You know, you are the one who is able to move forwards and beyond this. It's like it's the strength in your foundation is what is the difference that's going to make for you moving forwards with this. Some more cards for you. One on that one. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Yeah. That's definitely the, oops, are you in there? Yeah, that's definitely the sense I get. So, you've been stung. It's perfect just below the wasp here. You've been stung. You're feeling like a bit of a victim to it. And actually, you know, I said that opening with the Kano, you know, at the moment you feel like the door is shut, but actually the key is right in front of you. And the key is the foundation of who you are, your strength. And that's how you'll open this door. Because then you'll have this success, the Six of Wands. You know, you will get that celebration of who you are, and you should celebrate who you are. You should celebrate your strength. Yeah, it's a definite time for you to rebirth. So the death, rebirth, a lot of people fear the death card, but it's actually just about letting go of the old and moving into the new. So there's going to be a shift in your world when you really lean into your foundation, when you step out of that victimhood and harness your own strengths. That's when you're going to move forwards. We have the World, which is again a sense of completion, and then like infinite impossibility, you know. Page of Swords and Page of Wands. Interesting. excuse me, amethyst. I love this amethyst. This is Scottish amethyst. It's real beauty. And I really felt the sense of bringing amethyst into the reading. So that sense of calmness and the selenite, joining them together. And I actually have tiger's eye down in the corner here, which is a lot more about you and your soul. So I feel like you and your soul and your strength and your foundation is here with the tiger's eye. And when you calm down and bring yourself down from this sort of way you've been feeling, that's when you can shift. And like I said, this, like the ancestral patterns, like I feel like this is just this big shift, this new light coming, you know, and it's really showing in the cards. And with the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords, you know, it's like it's going to take a bit of drawing together your gifts and your knowledge and believing in yourself as you step across this unknown crevice between the old and the new. But there's going to be bright ideas coming to you, you know, new creativity, new ideas coming to you as you move forward. And like that energy starts moving and then woof, here we go, you know, you're celebrating that success and that movement forward. So if you've been feeling really stuck, I definitely get the sense that it's just about kind of understanding your own strength and understanding that you're the rainmaker, you know, you can make rain, you can change things can change, and that's where you're at. All you need to do is change how you are being with the challenge, the life stings, the sting that is here and stinging you right now. Like, I feel like it's done, but you're still stuck holding on to the pain of it. And when you really sort of shift into believing your own foundation, I think believing in yourself is a big part of this. All this ancient patterns, all these things that have been repeating, it's just the death rebirth. It's just going to flip. It's going to shift. And then the world is your oyster, you know. You have success in your future of just, and success can just be in the way you're feeling, the way you're being, and that shifts your whole life. Reading number 1. This is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome, reading number 2. You chose the card Chameleon Spirit, Act As If, and the rune you get is the Odin, the blank rune, which is, you know, the unknowable is what it is called in the book. But it's that I get the real sense with this, the act as if. It's like, you know, that things outside of you are changing, and like a chameleon, you know, the chameleon can change its exterior to be able to blend in. I feel like this is, rather than blending in, this is more about coming into harmony with the changes that are going on. So the outer conditions are changing and you get to come into harmony with them, so you can like co-create like your future, your biggest dream, you know, your life. But you need to come into harmony with the changes that happen. You can't continue to resist them. And, you know, the blank rune is very much in alignment with that, where it's the end and it's the beginning. So it's like the death and the rebirth. So the death can be, you know, symbolic and just relate to a part of your life that you're living right now. So I just feel like you're in this transition phase. And it's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. So the change is quite a lot, maybe quite a big change. And you have this opportunity to just grow into something so wonderful, and fabulous is the word I hear, fabulous, from this. You know, it's a big change, but it's a change that is just gonna help you thrive in a whole different meaning and way than you expected. It's a very powerful sense I get with this, but at the moment I feel like you're in a little bit of resistance and kind of struggling with the change. So yeah, you have this opportunity to move forwards with more grace and ease by coming into harmony with what's going on instead of resisting it. the oracle cards have to say for you. I feel like there's another card in here somewhere. Have you another card for reading number 2? Oh, 3. More than one card. Let's have a look at these 3 then. We have Pachamama. Yeah. The Crow and the Beloved. Okay. Now it's becoming a little clearer. The sort of challenge and the change you're going through, it's a lot. Pachamama is very much about sensing into the earth and connecting in with the earth. I feel like connecting in with the cycles of life. Like I feel like I've seen the moon a lot here, and the moon has a cycle, and we have cycles, and I feel like this is just a cycle in your life, and it's a good cycle. It's just it feels a lot. The Crow is a lot of emotion coming through the Crow. The Crow is about seeing the truth. So seeing the truth of what is happening in front of you instead of, I think that's part of the resistance, is not allowing yourself to believe or see the truth of the change of what's going on. With the Beloved, I get that sense that you are not loving and cherishing yourself, and that part of the challenge of the change and what's been going on is that sense that you have, like, I want to say, stepped away from yourself. Like you don't believe in yourself, you don't love yourself, and in that you're like, it's creating more challenge and resistance in you to cope with what's been going on. And I feel like I just get that sense like I just keep hearing death, rebirth. It's like you've got to let it go and like honor yourself and what's happened. It's funny, I'm kind of tripping over my words. I'm just getting like, usually I get a sense that I can just flow. I'm getting this really halting feeling, like I just get a word at a time. And I think that's where you're at. It's like you're halting you're like, oh no, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. And in doing that, you're not really allowing yourself to move forwards. Interestingly, here I was talking about sort of halting, stop, start. I also just got completely interrupted in the middle of your reading. So I just feel like perhaps as well that you are being distracted and distracting yourself from actually coming into harmony. I just feel like there's just so many distractions. It's easy to just be like, okay, I'll stick with the distractions. It's easier than trying to deal with what I'm dealing with. So yeah. This is why the reading, you'll notice, is a little bit halting as well. Like it had a moment where there's 2 different energies hit and I had an interruption. So yeah, let's see if there's another card or 2 coming through from the oracles. Let's see. Yeah. I'm not surprised this is coming up next to the Beloved. Feel loved and comforted, Mother Earth. And that's Pachamama coming through again. So I feel if you're just feeling so rocked and unsure of the world and what's going on, Mother Earth is here nurturing you and looking after you. And when you actually sit and ground in with that energy, that's when you're going to feel more connected with yourself and more in love with yourself. I really got a sense that the hummingbirds also had a message for you. Yeah, apparently they did. Okay. We have, put you over here. Tiger's eye. Bird bath. Cleanse your dusty wings so you can fly more freely. And we have, oops. These in nicely. Yeah. Delicate balance. Allow the delicious nectar of life to bring you back to your center. Okay, Yes, it is important messages coming through from the hummingbird. This is more guidance as how to move forwards now from where you're at. This is about releasing what's holding you back from coming into harmony. So I hear resistance. You know, you're perhaps resisting and kind of stuck in the old way, and sometimes it's hard to sort of shift and move forwards. You know, this is the sign of a new beginning that is in front of you. What you get to do is move into balance and harmony, and gratefulness is coming in. You know, that sense of appreciate what you have, who you are, what's in front of you. Appreciate yourself. I think when you shift how you are being and feeling and talking to yourself, that's when you're gonna start to come into harmony with what's going on, and that's when you're gonna be able to move forwards in a balanced way into the new beginning. But I just feel like you've fallen out of love with yourself, you know, and the truth of that's the truth of the matter, you know, and you just have this opportunity to cleanse that, to help yourself. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say for you. Interestingly, you might get interrupted in this. I feel like that interruption with the reading, like you might get an interruption while you're watching this reading, or interrupted while you start to lean into that energy, or you interrupt yourself when you start to shift your perspective, when you start to really tune into your own heart and appreciate yourself. I feel like perhaps you'll get distracted or interrupted from that, and to just remember to always go back and do it. Like, don't be like, oh, well, I got interrupted. It's done now. You know, go back to it. For the tarot cards, we have 7 of Pentacles. Devil. Yeah. This is exactly what I just said. Don't get drawn into the distractions. You know, the strings attached, you know, like the puppet being puppeteered. It's like, don't get drawn into the darkness and the distractions. You're being guided through this storm. It feels like a storm, but you're being guided with the 6 of Swords. You really have this opportunity to take some time to reconnect with yourself and your own heart and nourish yourself. You really need to nourish yourself, and that's going to help you shift. Oh, I love the next cards. Queen of Pentacles. I love this card. Mother Earth is coming through again. Deeply connected, deeply loved. So the 7 Pentacles, you know, this is putting energy into yourself and your own foundation, the growth that's beneath the soil that you can't always see, you can't always feel, but when you put that energy into yourself, and it's the light energy, the love energy, loving yourself, that's when you get to, you know, take this new beginning in a new way. Three of Cups, I don't think you're going to be doing it alone. There is support around you. And if you've been feeling like there isn't, look a little bit harder. Look beyond the perception of how you're feeling. Look at the truth of what's going on. And may not be physically in this world. This can be, you know, the guides of your spirits. You know, the crows are seen as birds that can go between the realms, you know. So there could be guidance and guides coming through as well, by just like listening to yourself, listening to Mother Earth, listening to the intuition that's coming through. But I do feel like there's some people around you that can support you and help you through this, help you to feel better about yourself. But at the moment you're kind of not allowing that because you don't feel worthy of that support. You feel like a burden. You're never a burden, and people love to help you. They love to help you. They love you. We also have the Two of Wands that has come up here. And I feel like this is you on the precipice. You know, it's like you are looking out on the horizon, but you're just not quite making the move, you know? And you really get the opportunity to make this move. And this move is internal. This move is about releasing yourself, freeing yourself. The phoenix from the ashes. I think I said that. Or is that the previous reading? But it is like, that's the sense, is like freeing yourself from your own judgment, from your own berating. This is a lot about helping yourself and your perspective and your feeling and your belief in yourself. And it can be really hard because it's something that people really can support you with, but it actually involves you connecting in with Mother Earth, with, you know, putting energy and light into your own heart and believing in yourself. Reading number 2, you are going through a lot, but you are just on this precipice of moving into harmony. And like I said, when you really tune into yourself and start believing in yourself, that moving into the harmony of who you are truly in your deep foundation, that's when this new beginning and this new chapter in your life is going to open up in such a loving way, and in a way that you can't even imagine. You're going to be so guided and helped, and you're going to feel so grounded and loved because you'll love yourself. Reading number 2, thank you so much for joining me. This is your reading. Reading number 3, you chose the card Koi Fish Spirit, There's Always Enough. And the rune that you chose that went with this reading is Rado, which is the rune of journey. And very quickly, the immediate message I'm feeling from this combination is, like, have you been living in a sense of scarcity, of fear, that, you know, afraid that you'll not have enough or not be enough to meet whatever challenges that are coming up in front of you? And with that, you know, the Rado is very much about this journey, and it's about your inner worth. So the whole reading really feels like this is a journey into believing in yourself and understanding your own inner worth. You know, it's self-healing, self-change, it's the union with the self. It's like, but you can't force it, you have to believe in it. You know, it has to be, you have to go through the journey to believe in yourself. And that way you will get to this point where you will feel like there is enough because you're enough. And I think when you're in that scarcity fear way, it can feel like nothing is ever enough, you're never enough, like it, you know, you can't settle because it won't be enough. Let's see what the other cards have to say for you. Whoa, and we threw them all over the place. Okay. We have natural instincts. You know which way to fly. Interesting. Wisdom. I see the owl. Wisdom. Looking in the mirror. The hummingbird's looking in the mirror, and it's like, it's definitely this reflection of looking back at yourself. Look at this. Similar colors and vibe in this upper world. Interesting. See what else is coming through. Oh, here we are. Okay. Yeah. We have fire. That's it for this deck. Let's see. There's one more from this. 2 more from this. Whoops. Oh, interesting. Okay. We have mountains, stand your ground, and we have Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted, which I think just came out in reading number 2 there. So if you felt drawn to reading 2, there might be a little bit of a message for you in there as well. The upper world is I love this in this reading. So, you know, I was talking about you're not feeling worthy, you're not feeling good enough, and there's this journey. Well, the upper world is calling you to take the leap now. So you can't stay where you are feeling like you're feeling. It is time for you to clear away the distractions, and I feel like the distractions is a lot to do with the thoughts in your mind that you keep telling yourself. It's time to just clear that away. Like, we're done with it. It just feels like this reading is really abrupt. You know, it's like, shift it now. Like, it's time to take this leap and shift this. The fire really is about passion, and I feel like the fire in this is like, it's like the fire under your, you know, it is time to shift this. And the fire comes not from anger, not from frustration, not from sadness. This is passion. Relight your passion. What is it that makes you feel amazing? You know, what is it about you? What is it that you like to do? What is it that you like to be that makes you feel amazing? Stand your ground is, as you start to shift, your mind, your wonderful mind, your subconscious is going to want to keep you safe. And by doing that, it's going to try and keep you in this really uncomfortable feeling that you're in, but feels comfortable because it's easier. Stand your ground is about not listening to that mind, that part of you that's telling you that you're not enough. When you start to ignite your fire, it's going to feel a little bit like, whoa, this is new territory. I'm not sure. You know which way to fly. You know that it's the right way to fly. You stand your ground against your thoughts and your feelings that are going to try and send you back into this unworthy spiral that you've been on. And when you do that, that's when things are going to shift. Just stick with it. Stick with it. Stand on top of that mountain. Feel the strength of the mountains. You know, if you've ever stood around mountains, you know, they hold so much ancient wisdom and strength. And you have that within you. So really tune into that and feel into that. When you're on this kind of journey where it's, you know, soul igniting, you know, it's real passion and power, don't forget to love yourself. And don't forget to feel the love and comfort that's around you. It can make you perhaps get a little bit, like defensive is the word that's coming through, you know, defensive about wanting to, like, you know, stand the ground. It's not about being defensive. It's just about igniting your passion, love and comfort. Like, within this passion ignition of movement, taking the leap, feel the softness of love and comfort. The comfort is in the movement, even though your mind is telling you it's in the non-movement, because we all know when you're stuck and feeling like you're feeling, it can be really uncomfortable. Even though it's easier to stay there, it's really uncomfortable. Let's see what your tarot cards have to say for you. Yeah, embracing that inner wisdom, inner knowledge. You know. It's like a lot of raw power in this reading. Let's see what the tarots have to say. We've got Justice, the Hierophant. Again, this card, the Six of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles, I think, came out in reading number 2. So there just might be a wee message for you in there. And the Two of Pentacles. Oh, yes. So I'm seeing balance. So, like, as you take this bigger leap, this move, I just feel like there's a grander movement. And I think to really move away from this fear of not being enough, you're going to have to take a bigger movement than you think, in whatever way that is. And I feel like a lot of it will be an internal movement, but you really just need to relight your passion, relight your fire that's in you. and really feel your own presence, your own heartbeat, your own love for yourself. And I see the balance because I see the two things of balance. So, that gentle, soft, grounded connectedness with that fire. So I really feel like it's merging together of these energies with love. That's what I hear there. And that, you're guided with the Hierophant. You're divinely guided. Just take it. It's funny because I'm saying take the great leap, but take it with the little steps. I always see this as the little steps to the light, but it's like almost decision. You get to decide now to make this movement. And I feel like instead of repeating the same pattern you've been doing, it's like, okay, you know which way to fly. Let's do it. Let's just make the decision to do it. The owl is here twice. You have that wisdom from the mountains, from yourself, from your soul, from your heart. You're definitely guided. And you're actually like, you may feel like taking the leap is stepping into the storm. It's actually just drawing you out of the storm. You have everything you need with you. You have your suitcase, like you have everything you need within you to make this next move. And when you do that, you'll feel that sense of grounded truth in who you are, instead of this sort of cross vibration. So I feel like the thoughts you've been telling yourself is not in coherence with the vibration of who you really are. And it's just creating this like friction, things are rubbing together that just don't feel right. And that's because you are telling yourself something that isn't true. You are enough. You are worthy. You are already on this journey, but you are getting to the end, like this last leap. When you just admonish, I don't even think that's the right word. You're just like, get rid of this sense of unworthiness that's within you. Balance your thoughts. I feel like there's maybe something else to your story here. Let's see what else is coming through. More guidance. Whoa, see that one? Let's see. 1, 2. Is there another one? Oh, there is. I can feel it's on the bottom. Okay. Let's see what the more guidance is here. Yeah. Okay, it's just reiterating what I just said, so that's fine. 4 of Pentacles. This is a really interesting 4 of Pentacles. This sense of, holding on to what I have and not sharing it. Share your gifts with the world. Share your gifts with the world. That's how you're gonna move forward. Share your gifts with the world. You're an amazing, magical being. Share your gifts with the world. That's all I keep saying. That's all I can hear. This is your passion, your love, your fire, desire, all the right energy, the right vibration, because you've broken through this sense of worthiness. You have the decision. There's the 2 crows, the 2 of swords. You don't know which way to go. You need to go somewhere. You can't stay where you are telling yourself these stories. And I don't mean physically, you can't stay where you are in this mindset, in this way of being, in this vibration. You are meant for a higher vibration. You're meant to share who you are and your gifts with the world with so much light and love and positivity. You have this choice and you need to make it. You can't keep avoiding making the choice. Take that leap. Make that choice. And the leap will seem so much smaller when you just do it instead of imagining it in front of you. And that's why these steps are here now. I see it and I feel it, like these steps it's just little steps. It's a big movement for you, a big shift, but it's just little steps. You're guided, you're looked after, you're cared for, you're actually nearly out the storm. You just got this last little breakthrough and you're just going to feel it. You're just going to feel so much better because all your energy will come into coherence. It will come into harmony and balance, and you'll just feel more like yourself than you ever had. And anything that's in your world that you are coming across, that you are moving into, it's just going to come in harmony, and it's just going to feel easier, and you're just going to feel so part of the world again. Reading number 3, there's a lot of energy in your reading. Make that decision. Make that choice to move forwards now. Lots of love to you, and thank you so much for joining me.